Alright guys, so if you guys remember, I had the issue with the BMW not starting because of the fuel issue. It wasn't receiving the signal. So here we are doing a little bit more diagnosing, and what I found was this wire burned up. So I snipped it because I'm gonna run a new wire, but in the which honestly I kind of want to put this on the relay. I don't know yet, but I do. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into the matter at hand. The wire burned up, so I'm tracing the wire all the way back to see where it was. So then I realized I came across a forum that said they had an issue with their fuel pump relay wiring on the fuse box. So I'm like, let me check the wire, see if it's brown as well, and see if it has any type of heat signature, like to signalize that it's, it got hot or overheated or started to melt or anything. So that's what made me go over here to the fuse box, pull the fuse box up. So the fuse box itself has 4 Torx head screws. So there's one right here, another one right here, and then 2 more in the back. So right here, and then right down in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but once you do that, it's a 13mm power wire. You pull that off. Oh, also make sure that the battery is disconnected for any of this. Make sure the battery is disconnected. So once the battery is disconnected, you do all that. 13mm right here, pop this off, pull the wire off, and then here I am checking the wiring for the fuse relay, fuel pump relay. So this is a part of mechanics that I do not like, because I do not like wiring at all, but it's what comes with the job. So I noticed immediately that this wire has gotten hot, and you can kind of tell that it's hot because of how droopy and stuff it is. Like, wire is supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look something like this. So this is a good piece of wire. This is actually probably too thick of a piece of wire, but this is what good wire look like. It's all intact, all in one piece, not melted, droopy, none of that, because that means that this was getting hot. Now, what caused it to get hot is the next question. So we don't know if, well, I don't know if it's the wiring itself, a fuse is too a fuse that has too much amps. Like if it's supposed to be a 15 amp fuse, if it's a 20 amp in there, I don't know any of that yet. But all I know so far is this wire is clapped. Now what I'm gonna have to do is wire this, take all this loom out, check it, and make sure that it's getting continuity, and make sure that it's getting power. But then not even just that, make sure that it don't have no type of heat signature or heat damage. So I'm gonna have to pull all this up, which I do like that about BMW. The wiring isn't all over the place, so you gotta go from here, like you gotta go from this side of the motor to here, and then from here to the ECU, which could be in the car. Like, it's all right here. So it's all loops around, starts right there, boom, comes around straight to the fuse box. And then the wiring just connects to each piece that's on the motor, instead of it being like ECU or wiring, part, or matter of fact, part ECU, fuse box, then actual ECU. Like, it's kind of simplified. And so far, from me working on this, I do realize that. So BMW isn't too bad so far, but this wiring part I gotta figure this out. But I think that might be my issue. It might not even be the ECU. Well, it could be the ECU still. Probably fried it. So that also could cause it. So what I'm going to do is get another ECU as well, fix this wiring, and delete the EWS, because that EWS, whatever they got, is straight BS. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get to this and go from there. Yep, guys. It was just as I suspected. The wiring harness burned up. Yep, as you can see, it burned up right here. Like, touched the wire, burned up. My bad, I can't even see nothing. Touched the wire right there, right there. Like the same wire burned up, but it took out a few others in the process. So you see that burned up to a crisp, but all the other wires affected by it. Like that power wire, it got a little bit of burn on it. And then it's another wire in here that has it as well. So honestly, the only fix to this is to get another wiring harness. Now what I could do is take this wiring harness out and repair it fully, but I'll probably just go ahead and get another one. I really wanted this car to run because I wanted to start getting into drifting really bad. But I wanted to check the condition of the rear subframe. So I was trying to get it to where I can drive it around and see, but as you can tell, the car had plans for others. The car had other plans. And these guys are really getting on my nerves with this cutting. It's like they waited till I got on the video and started doing this. But yeah. Yup. It's a bummer. But, you know, it's part of the game, man. When you buy a cheap BMW, dog, you never know what you're getting when you buy it. And this right here, cooked, literally cooked. So there isn't much we can do with that. Go ahead and put everything back for the most part. Not all the way back, but somewhat back. Tuck it off and then go on about it. All right, family, so welcome back. I haven't really been updating y'all on the e36 like I'm supposed to, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this right now. So let's get into it. So don't mind this spaghetti wire. This is only for testing purposes until I clean everything up. But I went ahead and relayed the fuel pump, because basically what happened was it burned up the wires to the fuel pump. The power, well, ground actually, but it's on the power side. So it burned up the ground. So what I went ahead and did is put on a relay, because I should have done it to begin with, because this is an older vehicle. And at some point, I will probably plan on turboing this or putting a bigger fuel pump in here in general, just because it's an older, you know, vehicle. And if I'm gonna change it out, I'm gonna just go ahead and change it, upgrade it, because I do plan on putting power tests. Not nothing crazy, but a turbo. And once you start adding a bigger pump and more fuel, it's gonna start drawing more power, and it burns up smaller wires. So put a relay on it for safety measures, and I ran it on a switch. So I cut into this right here. Well, I didn't even cut into it. I popped this out right here, like how they have these little tabs. I popped it out and just trimmed it out a little bit so I can fit that in there. So it's a flip style. Ran it. I'm gonna put everything back, and I'm gonna run the wires down there, because it's already wires ran through there. And what I'm gonna do is pull the carpet up and run this through here, so it'll be nice and neat. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and try this and crank it up and see if it runs, actually, because I put fuel in it, but I just want to hear it run. That's it. If it runs, I'm good. If it don't run, we still got to start back, because I need to get this car going and at least running and driving when I know it ran and drove. I just want to hear it run on its own for at least a minute. So we're gonna go ahead and try and get that started today. Yeah. All right, so we gotta try this again, because I had a little mishap. I forgot to clamp down the hose that's going to the fuel pump, this into the center unit, so it splashed everywhere. So this is attempt 2. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. I cleaned the lines out, so we should see. I hear it. Yeah. 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 I gotta go drive it. I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta drive it. So everything was on and working, and I was about to move it and it shut off. I don't know why, but we're gonna try and get it to start back up. Let me close this just in case it do. Hoping it do, because that would be pretty cool if it do. And we still ain't bled the clutch, so let's hope it works. Man. Alright, so it ran for about a minute, which I know I should have just went ahead and got everything I needed to move my truck out the way. But I'm not mad because the fuel pump stay on. It just sounds like it's not picking up anything now. Like, it just sounds like it's spinning but not sucking anything up. So maybe it's low on fuel to the point where it's not sucking nothing up, because this vehicle was on E, like completely empty. So maybe that's what it was. I'm gonna go get some more gas and see what happens. All right, so we'll put fuel in it. Now let's see if it does anything. Hold up. Key on. So it's empty. Let's go ahead and start this up. Oh yeah. So it runs. It was low on fuel. It might still be low on fuel, but hey, who cares, you know? It's running, driving, clicking, because you need an oil change bad, but it's running and driving pretty healthy. And then what am I about to do? Probably about to rev it. I like it. All right, so there we have it. The car runs and drives now. I got to do some cleaning up, but overall, it runs and drives now. It needs hella suspension work. It needs hella body work, like actual panels and stuff, like the battery tray and all that. It needs window regulators and motors for sure. It needs work, but moral of the story is, and it needs oil change. But moral of the story is, it runs and it drives now. That was my goal for the longest, was to get it running and driving, and now it runs and somewhat drives, but we're making progress. So next up, we're gonna be doing everything to clean up this wiring, get new suspension. Well, it's gonna be new to me because I'm not buying new suspension for this car unless I have to, honestly, because there's too many of these that have part outs with good parts, or decent parts, I should say. So actually, I think I got a homie that's actually said he's gonna give me some parts. So there's gonna be certain stuff that's new. We're gonna do the rear subframe reinforcement because I plan on clutch kicking this. I still gotta bleed the clutch. It's a whole bunch of maintenance that's gonna be done to this car, but overall, I am super excited. Like, I don't know if y'all be able to tell, but I am super excited that this car is running now. And I can't wait to clean it up and do what I wanna do to it, because it needs it so much. It needs it really bad, like really, really bad. So when that time comes, we're gonna put this in the game. But yeah, it runs, drives, bypassed the relay. Well, created a whole new relay and ran it off a switch. Honestly, in my opinion, that works a lot better than actually running it from the actual switch, like the key switch. Yeah, you can run it from the key switch, but my wires was burned up, and in order to fix that, I would have to run a new wiring harness or a new wire from the relay up to the power, to some ground or something like that. And even then, it could still burn up again. So this way, I have it on the relay style, so it's a thicker wire and it has a relay. So if it was to burn up or anything, it will blow that relay or turn the relay off. And it has a fuse, so it'll blow the fuse or blow the relay before it burns the wiring up. Most of the times, that don't happen every time, but majority of the times that's what happened first. And honestly, I feel like you should do this in older cars in general because they're older. They're getting old. Wires are getting older. Everything is getting old. So it was bound to happen. This happens all the time on these cars, from what I heard. Well, the ones with the OBD2 ones do, with the M52 2.5. 2.8 I heard don't have these problems like that, but the 2.5 for some odd reason have these problems, and I don't understand why. So my opinion, run a relay, run all these older cars on a relay so you can bypass all the issues and you will be good. So on that note, I'm out. I know y'all been waiting for an update on this car, and sorry, life has been life, and I've been moving and doing all this other stuff, working. So I had to get around to it when I got around to it, and I finally made time for it today to at least get it running. So I'm excited. So there you go, update on this car finally, and we're gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.